Lombardi Avenue, better known as Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go on this cold afternoon at Lambeau. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
At the 25-yard line.
That last run lost a yard, setting up 2nd and 11. Here's Brady. This one brought in by Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Brady to throw. That's caught. It's Evans.
It's a gain of 14.
A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. We're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of the drive and finish the drive with some points?
A gain there of 24 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard
It's definitely
line.
nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
13. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Packers' 25-yard line.
2nd and inches. On play action, here's Brady. He's got it at the 7. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
They send Evans in motion. To throw is Brady. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
In the end zone.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Here's Jones. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
And in motion is Brown. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Tampa. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Now, for the point after. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers 7, Packers 0.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
That one was incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Throwing to someone with his length, Mike, there's a lot of benefits. The catch radius, the ability to adjust to an off-target throw. But you have to also look at the other side of the coin there. For these defenses, those bigger, extended bodies, that's just a lot big target to go after and hit. So they're able to take advantage of it here. So I promise you, that receiver gets back into the huddle. He's telling his quarterback, hey, man, bring that ball down. I'm happy to go fight and compete for the ball, but you've got to protect me. Yeah, so it seemed the second they broke the huddle, Mike, that there was some confusion. I'm not sure everybody got on the same page before that ball was snapped.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Buccaneers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going up top for Evans. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part, I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Packers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers, this one intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Fournette. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. They're going to motion the tight end over here. To the air is Brady. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
This is Jones. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
Brady looking to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
A gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Brady set to throw. That one taken in. Touchdown Buccaneers. extra point try now for Suckup. The kick is good. And the Bucs move out on top, 14-0.
Packers nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first 2 drives. At the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Rodgers here on second down. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Seriously, was that even a play?
3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
That's good for a Packers.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
First down grab at the first of the game for Adams.
So they're playing cover 2 man, Mike, so every underneath defender has to play inside leverage technique. That's the way they teach you. Play trail, be under the receiver, force that ball to be thrown deep up over your head. But his ball placement was on point, and that defender's just unable to make the play.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers into the hands of Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Motioning Tunyon, the tight end. A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. We are through 1. 14-0 is our score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football, so they come to the line for 1st down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
Second down and 3. Up the middle, here's Jones. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. Jones. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in.
No gain on the play.
2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
Williams trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And that's just another element that defenses have to worry about when playing a team like this. You match up with all their skill guys in the route concept, but then there's nobody left to account for the quarterback, and he ends up making the play. Big-time finish, big-time play, and they end this drive with 6.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Packers are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Packers 7.
kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing to start the drive is Brady. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a second and 3 from the 33. He'll drop to throw. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
On third down, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 27. Incomplete. He was defended by Garrett Stingley.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with first and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
This offense has to do a better job of generating chunk plays once he gets outside the pocket and they transition into scramble drill. Instead, nobody really uncovers downfield, forces him to make a difficult throw, and falls incomplete.
To the left side, and Adams has it. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Packers.
First and 10.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
He finds Austin with the grab. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7. On play action, Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
That's good.
Gain of 16 for the man who wears 16. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
To number 16. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 4. That is caught out wide on the RPO. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 35, it's first and 10. On the give, it's Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
On third down, Rodgers. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That's what they call a big dagger route. It's about 10, 15 yards where you just round off your outside foot and rip into the middle of the field, and they executed it to perfection, and they're able to move the chains.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Rodgers now. Here's a screen set up to Williams. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
He'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing third and 6. Throwing, Rodgers. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. DJ Chark, touchdown, Packers.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Crosby now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Jones. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
43-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll go back to Jones on first down, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down by Colby Wooden. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. And in motion is Brown. Brady to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Brings up 3rd down and
The receiver
7.
did his part. He creates really nice separation at the top of the route, but he just runs out of room on the sideline. I think the quarterback's thinking, get that ball out of my hand a little bit quicker, and I got myself a completion.
Here's Brady. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's good.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Give credit to the protection for handling that blitz, because that's what gave him the time he needed to make the play and keep this drive alive.
They send Godwin in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
22-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
Buccaneers, first down. 2 yards on the play. And the Buccaneer first down.
Now Brady. Quick throw, taken in, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, they face 2nd down and 7. Now a handoff, Jones, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. To the air is Brady. That's caught. It's Evans. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
To throw, it's Brady. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
To number 14.
Packers going to use their final timeout now, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Brady set to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Suck up for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense about ready to take over once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He takes off. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
39-yard line.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage. Tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
10 more yards. Complete to Tyler Lockett. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at their 48-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
On the throwaway. It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Oh, a loose football. It looked like a Packer was able to corral it, and indeed, possession stays with Green Bay.
Automatic first down.
The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. And this is a long one. Officially 64-yard field goal attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one, likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
24-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
This brought in out past the 20. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Buccaneers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This is out to Evans. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
On the handoff, Jones. He'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Fournette, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I think the back just needs to be a little bit more decisive in the run game, and not everything is always going to be perfectly blocked, Mike. There's times where you just have to say, okay, Let's get back past the line of scrimmage, pick up a couple yards, and just keep this ball going forward.
They send Evans in motion. Brady looking to throw. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On third down, it's Brady. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. But what does that do? Get you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 33, here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Brady. His throw left side is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Buccaneers
15 yards through the air. It's a first down for
First and
Tampa
10
Bay.
at the 18-yard line.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass, and that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
A run. It's Jones. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. The tight end going in motion to the left. Off the play fake, here's Brady. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
So while there's some temptation to go for this ball, I think the smart thing to do here is take the 3 points, make this a 2-possession game. But I think he's at least considering it. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does here on 4th down.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise
The field
here.
goal is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Packers 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line, and this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The deficit is 10, 24-14, so work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At his 49-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. They run it once more with Jones. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
1st and 10.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts, and sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from, and when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers to throw. Into the hands of Valdez-Scantling.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. To the outside, it's brought in by Adams. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Rodgers keeping it himself. And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Green Bay.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike. And to cap it off, it's a simple read option. But for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball. And by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Here's Crosby for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Packers cut the lead to 3, 24-21.
Packers 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And a be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. He runs straight ahead with Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
And in motion is Brown. He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and
I think the
6.
days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Brady to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
The Packers offense and their running back set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. On the ground now with Jones. Down at the 21, a gain of 1.
At the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9. Throwing, Rodgers. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Rodgers. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24. They'll send a tight end in motion. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the run, Jones begins this fourth quarter. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Waste of time.
Now Rodgers. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 16.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
On third down, Rodgers. Now he'll air one out. And he's in. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Crosby now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Packers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Packers 28, Buccaneers 24.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bucs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. To the air is Brady. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones. And he'll get past the marker. He's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Buccaneers.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
In trouble, and down he goes.
The problem with some of these long developing plays is that it really forces the quarterback to hold on to the ball. They tried to hit him there with that big shot downfield, but the protection, it's just not able to hold up, and they're able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Brady. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 1.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Here's Brady. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
13 on the play.
give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Packers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Motioning Tunyon, the tight end. He'll look underneath here for Jones. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Intended for number 11, incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Third down and 9. Austin brought in motion. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. To throw, it's Brady. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. This is Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll try to sneak it here. He's going to have it up there for the 1st down. Take it up to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. And a 1st down. A pickup of 2 yards. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That'll be swung out wide to Jones. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. It's Jones. To the 20. And he will not get to the end zone, but he'll get plenty of yards. A terrific run, bringing it to the 5. It's a big play when they needed it the most. Pickup of 46 yards.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Packers' 3-yard line.
Brady sends to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. They send Evans in motion. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter. So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling on the move. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
From the pistol, it's Jones. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can before 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
42-yard line.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on 3rd down. Yes, it is the 4th quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up a 1st down.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Here comes the screen to Jones. Whoa! And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
26. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They come up for 2nd and 2. Fournette. Finding space at the 15. Oh, the elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run it here with Jones. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Again, it'll be Jones. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa. This will be big for the Bucks. They're going to try the two-point conversion.
The Bucks will set
Brady
up for the
looking to
two-point
throw.
conversion.
On the run to the right, and he will get into the end zone for the two and extend the lead to 7 points.
28.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Packers offense ready to take over once more. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning Tunyon, the tight end. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
On the play. And the Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Rodgers to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. Rodgers going up top again. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Here is 1st and goal. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back set to go once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. They send Godwin in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Now Jones, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers.
On the front shoulder pad, and it's going to result in a big play, but he's forced to throw on the run and just leads to an inaccurate pass.
Here's Rodgers. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Second and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here comes the jet sweep. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Brady to throw. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. A run. It's Jones. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Brady. That is caught. He got Godwin.
13 yards.
That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. Here's Brady. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
To number 27. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. And in motion is Brown. To the air is Brady. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I remember being around a lot of really good high-level linebackers, and what they used to say, Mike, is we're not going to guard the check down. but we're going to punish the check down, especially if that running back's going to catch the ball with his back facing the defense. They're saying, you might catch it, but we are going to make you pay every single time. And I know he's got a few catches throughout the course of the game, but they're continuing to be physical with him, and they're going to make it more and more challenging.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one to win it in overtime. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's gotta have. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So, a win here for the visiting Bucks. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.